Hello. We've had some reasonably warm weather across Western Europe over recent days, particularly across Spain, Portugal and southern France too. But what we're seeing now is cooler conditions working in, arrival of some rain as well. Here is this line of cloud on the satellite image. We've got a couple of frontal systems moving in from the Atlantic. So showers on Tuesday pushing their way eastwards across Spain, mostly clearing, I think, from Portugal, but they will linger into France, the Alpine region as well, and to the south and east of that, some heavy downpours into Greece and Croatia too. But Turkey and Cyprus looking largely fine. A little bit warmer in Cyprus than it has been of late. Still plenty of showers through central parts of the Mediterranean and some brisk winds for the Aegean, for instance, at times. Few showers to the far northwest of Africa, but the Canary Islands are looking dry and settled. But we have got the cooler, more unsettled weather drifting across Spain. Temperatures will rise for Portugal, certainly compared to Monday, and we've still got some showers through southern parts of France. But moving on into Wednesday, most of the downpours are clearing from Spain, still lingering for the likes of Corsica and Sardinia as well. We've also got the next low pressure system heading towards Scandinavia, where it's been pretty unsettled. So again, some wet and some windy weather for the likes of Norway into Sweden as well. Both London and Paris will turn more unsettled later in the week. The winds picking up, the arrival of some rain around as well. Madrid and Rome staying mostly dry, at least for the next few days. It's turning a little bit warmer in Berlin, but more rain on the way for Helsinki. Bye-bye. Hello. We've seen more heavy rain over recent days across eastern parts of Australia. Sydney and New South Wales has seen its wettest year on record. Still 2.5 months of the year left, mind. Further north, we've got low pressure that's been pushing its way across the Korean Peninsula and Japan. Still lingering there, just bringing a few blustery showers to parts of Hokkaido, for instance, but a little bit drier and milder down towards Honshu, Kyushu and across the Korean Peninsula as well. Some cooler air moving in once again across eastern parts of China, so temperatures a little below average for the likes of Shanghai, for instance. Further south, you can see heavy rain developing from Luzon, stretching across the South China Sea towards Cambodia and Vietnam. We could potentially see a tropical cyclone forming in the South China Sea or out towards the east of the Philippines later on this week. Here's the outlook then for the next few days. Bangkok, sunny spells. Manila, seeing some heavy rain developing, particularly from Thursday onwards. Now across Australia, the next area of low pressure is moving its way across the Great Australian Bight, bringing some showers to South Australia down towards Tasmania as well. Dry for now for the likes of Sydney and Brisbane, but that rain will shift its way eastwards later in the week, bringing yet more torrential rain there. A front is sitting across the North Island of New Zealand, just bringing a few showers here, but things look drier across the South Island. We have got more rain in the forecast for Sydney and Melbourne at times for the next few days, staying dry for Perth and Wellington. Bye-bye. Hello. We've seen heavy rain across central and northern parts of India into Nepal over recent days. Some areas of Nepal have seen over 500 millimetres. That has caused some flooding and some landslide issues, but all that moisture that was pouring off the Bay of Bengal across the region is now tending to dissipate. So still some heavy showers around, but the emphasis of heavier rain over the next few days is to be found further south and east across India and into Bangladesh as well. But things are drying up across northern and northeastern parts of India now. The monsoon is a little slower than average to retreat, but we will see it starting to retreat a bit quicker through this week as that drier air moves its way in. Now into Central Asia then, temperatures are a little bit warmer than they have been for Kazakhstan towards Turkmenistan as well. Still a few scattered showers over the mountains of Afghanistan and Pakistan as well in the north there, but warm and dry for Karachi, 37 degrees. Some heavy showers down at the west coast of India and towards the Maldives as well, and we'll see a few across Sri Lanka. Could be the odd rumble of thunder, but not as heavy as recent days here. One or two scattered showers around coastal parts of Andhra Pradesh, Odisha as well, but further heavier downpours to be found inland. So here's the outlook then. Mumbai largely dry for the next few days, but some rain by Friday. Dhaka still pretty unsettled with some heavy downpours lasting over the next few days. Tashkent looking warmer with plenty of sunshine around, and it's looking drier and warmer for New Delhi. Bye-bye. Hello. The weather across much of Western Canada and the Pacific Northwest of the US has been pretty warm, but things are turning slightly cooler as a cold front is moving in from the north. You can see it here on the satellite image, this area of clouds. So a little bit of a drop in the temperature over the next few days towards the west before it warms up again later in the week. So there's that front on Tuesday pushing into the upper Midwest. But ahead of that, we've also got an area of showers that's pushing out of the southwest and Texas, heading up through the Mississippi and Ohio valleys up towards the Great Lakes as well. To the east of that, most places looking generally fine and settled, high pressure in charge there. But let's start off where we've got that cooler air moving in across Alaska and British Columbia too. So a few showers around. It's been particularly dry around Vancouver recently. Could see a few light showers passing across the region, but certainly nothing heavy. Largely fine and settled down towards California as well. So here's the outlook then, and it's a dry one for Vancouver, Seattle, San Francisco and Los Angeles, and some areas just seeing those temperatures picking up by a few degrees again into the middle of the week. Largely dry and a little milder than we've seen recently across New England, New York State as well. Head further south, we could see 1 or 2 showers, probably just to the south of Myrtle Beach, and a few across parts of Florida, but they're not as heavy as we've seen recently. So a bit of a respite for Miami, but heavier showers return to Miami for Wednesday, and things are going to be warming up in Montreal. Bye-bye. Hello. Tropical storm Julia made landfall as a hurricane for a time in Nicaragua before bringing flooding rainfall across a large portion of Central America. We'll look at that storm in more detail in a moment. First off, South America, line of heavy rain developing across central and southern parts of Brazil, stretching right up towards Bolivia and northern Peru as well. And we've had recent flooding and landslides across Venezuela. More heavy showers to come here over the next few days. Drier conditions across eastern parts of Brazil, but then to the south of Rio de Janeiro, we're back into those heavy downpours. Things do look drier towards Uruguay and central parts of Argentina, and down towards Patagonia, still unsettled. Wind, rain and mountain snow there. Things are turning a touch warmer for Rio de Janeiro and Buenos Aires over the next few days. Bogota seeing a few showers at times. Now on the satellite image here is Tropical Storm Julia. It's moved from the Atlantic to the Pacific. It's now pushing its way westwards close to the coast of El Salvador and Guatemala. So it's going to be bringing another 24 hours or so of very heavy rainfall before gradually weakening and dissipating later on in the week. But for central and northern Mexico, it looks largely dry on Tuesday. There is that heavy rain associated with the remnants of that storm just pushing towards the Bay of Campeche. It's looking drier, thankfully, across the likes of El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica and Panama, but still some heavy showers left behind that main area of rain. More showers to come for Havana, but drying up for San Salvador. Bye-bye. Hello. The temperature across southern Africa has been above average for some time now, so a bit of a spring heat wave is continuing, particularly for the likes of Angola, Namibia, towards Malawi and Botswana as well. But further south, you can see this area of cloud on the satellite image approaching Cape Town. That's going to bring some slightly cooler conditions here by the time we get to Tuesday. Further north, some showers through the tropical belt, but not particularly frequent, not particularly heavy. And further north, a few showers also pushing in from the northwest, affecting parts of Morocco and Algeria as well, and a fairly cool northerly breeze into Egypt, so temperatures for Cairo a little below average. Now here's the outlook for the next few days. Then Cape Town perhaps seeing a little bit of drizzly rain by the end of the week. Dakar also seeing the arrival of some heavy showers by Friday. Warm and dry for Khartoum, but in Marrakesh we'll continue to see those showers feeding in from the Atlantic, and some of them quite heavy and potentially thundery at times over the next 4 or 5 days. On to the Middle East, where the weather's looking generally fine, settled, lots of hazy sunshine as we'd expect. There's been fairly brisk winds across northern parts of the Red Sea, but they're tending to ease away now, and fairly light winds across the Gulf too. Further south, we are likely to see 1 or 2 showers just building through the day across the Sarawat and Haraz mountains as well, but most other areas staying dry. So here is the outlook, and it is hot and sunny for most of our featured cities, turning a little bit warmer in Dubai. Bye-bye.